sit in my room, here's my calendar, and I program out my entire calendar that I'm going to do 85% on this day, and 73%, and I'm going to do 5 by 5, and then I'm going to test day for Fran here, and blah, 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 okay? So I program 30 days out. This is just for me, ignoring my 200 members, okay? I program all this out, and then on day 13, I feel like crap. I don't want to do a test day. I don't feel like doing a test day. In fact, I don't feel like working out at all. But today I've got 5 by 5, and I've got this percentage and that percentage, and I got to break out my fucking calculator to figure out how much I'm going to lift today. You ruined working out for me. You ruined the spontaneity of it. So I throw this entire thing out. It's crap. Because if I can't program just for one person, myself, if I can't program for me a month out, how am I supposed to predict how 200 people are going to feel on day 13? How am I supposed to do that? Am I that fucking smart? I just don't think so. I just don't think so. And I don't think anybody is that smart that you could predict how 200 people are going to respond to your magic programming a month out. So we program at 9 p.m. We program for what we're going to do the next day. How do we find this out? This is how we find it out. We look back at the last couple of weeks. What have we done? What haven't we done? What movements do we need to work on? What skills do we want to work on? Usually it starts with a time domain. We haven't gone 12 minutes in a long time. That's where we start. Then we backfill it with what movements do we need to work on? So we have our movements, and then we have our reps period. Follow that? Then we don't RX anything ever in our gym. We have no RX weight, like, okay, 135 is the RX. That doesn't exist in our gym. We modify and scale every single movement for every person that walks in the door. So if we got deadlifts in the workout today, that's part A. And I know you're a good deadlifter, we're going to jack you up. And I'm going to jack you down a little bit. Okay? So we dial it for every person. And here's what we find out. We wanted a 12-minute workout, somewhere about there. Most of everybody will finish between 10 and 14 minutes if we do our job. Then you've got the outlier that finishes in 4. That guy's a liar. And then you've got the guy who finished in 18 to 22. He scaled it up too heavy and he fucking ruined it. Right? So we have no RX. This is how we block it in. And we program at 9 at night for what we're going to do the next day. Here's what we do. We program for people to come in every single day. So you want to come in 7 days a week? That's fine. We intentionally write ebb and flow into the program. So you can come in Sunday to Saturday. You can keep coming. Because we're going to hammer you on Tuesday. We crush people on Tuesdays, randomly. And then Wednesdays, and you can start to see, maybe Wednesdays we smash people again too. Another hard day Wednesday. By Thursday, you'll see people walk in the door like this. So, and it's no surprise, we're going to do some mobility, some flexibility, some endurance work, a little recovery. And then by Friday, people start walking back in the door like, hey, when are we going to lift heavy again? We're going to start to lift heavy again. Programming, to me, has gotten far too complicated, and it's actually one of the things that I don't like about the competitive side of CrossFit. We all, for the most part, we all got into CrossFit because it was a very short, efficient way to look good, feel better, and just be healthier. And surround yourself with people who are of the same mind, okay? And now what we're seeing is that people who are on that competitive path, and I think that there's too many people who think that they're really competitive, okay? So there's all these people who feel like they're on that competitive path. They're doing 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day, multiples every single day. Why? Didn't we get into this because it was 30 minutes? 3 times a week? 3 on, 1 off, 3 on, 1 off, 30 minutes. Why the fuck are we in the gym for 4 hours? What are you doing in 4 hours? I would argue against that. I don't think it's appropriate for most people. That being said, on days when I feel really good, I do one workout and I feel really good, I do another. And if I still feel really good, I do another. But all of that is on this principle, drive by braille. What does that mean? By feel. By feel. The whole thing is done by feel. I didn't know what I was going to do over there. I grabbed the barbell, started moving around, put 100K on it, did grace. That was it. That's what I had time for. I had 5 minutes. Do grace. Go. When in doubt, 30 ground overheads. Good rule to live by. But this whole idea, this is it. This is drive by braille. If you laid out a program for me and you told me that I needed a calculator to figure it out or to figure out my percentages, you just ruined it. You ruined it. You made it not fun. And that's the first thing, one of the first things we talk about, fun. I do this because it's fun for no other reason. I like it. I always have. What else? Does that answer your question?
Yeah.